Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Sri Radhe. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
The lotus feet of our spiritual master are the only way by which we can attain pure devotional service. I bow to his lotus feet with great awe and reverence. By his grace one can cross the ocean of material suffering and obtain the mercy of Krishna. My only wish is to have my consciousness purified by the words emanating from his lotus mouth. Attachment to his lotus feet is a perfection that fulfills all desires. He opens my darkened eyes and fills my heart with transcendental knowledge. He is my Lord, birth after birth. From him ecstatic pain emanates, by him ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing of his character. Our spiritual master is the ocean of mercy, the friend of the poor, and the Lord and master of the devotees. O Master, be merciful unto me. Give me the shade of your lotus feet. Your fame is spread all over the three worlds. We take shelter of your lotus feet. You are the friend of the most fallen. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Guru Charana Pada, Kevala Bharatana Dimikana. Shri Guru Charana
प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा हे प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित
Prema Bhakti Navate Navina Vinash Jate Prema Bhakti Navate Navina Vinash Jate Vidikaya Charantarito Vidikaya Charantarito Vidikaya Charantarito Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Vamanara Bandhu Lokena Lokena Divana
Lokena Lokera Divana Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana
Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Kacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Asyata Vishatarine Namaste Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Radhari Gaura Bhaktavinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Radhari Gaura Bhaktavinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Radhari Gaura Bhaktavinda. Jaya Shri Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Radhari Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada.
Dragoman just went to get it. This one's broken, yeah.
You want that one?
Put it in the bag.
I think Dragoman just went to get it.
Yasoda Vyonukalanda Mahana Param Nistamatyanta Dolutyanopya Uyantam Mohonetra Yumavichantam Taram Ojayumena Satam Yanetam Yumam Kapunetra Yumam Vidantam Muhusasadam Padire Nakadanta Devadamonaram Bhakti Iti Svalilami Anandamune Svato Shami Vajanta Shamvarim Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Radha Damodar ki jai, Shri Radha Mohan ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai.
To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge, and bliss, whose shark-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who is beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokula, who, due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from a swing, is quickly running from the wooden grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yasoda, but who has been caught from behind by her who ran after him with greater speed, to that Supreme Lord, Sri Damodar, I offer my humble obeisance.
Seeing the would-be state of his mother's hand, he's crying, rubbing his eyes and fingers. Eyes are proving clear, her necklace of pearls around her neck and smile, he's shaking because of free freedom and time to the Supreme Lord, whose belly is bound not with pearls, but with food on the top.
By such childhood pastime as this, He is drowning the inhabitants of Gokul in pools of ecstasy and revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in knowledge of His supreme majesty, opulence, that He is only conquered by devotees whose pure love is imbued with intimacy and freed from all conceptions of awe and reverence. With great love, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodar hundreds and hundreds of times. Mataji number 4.
For although you are able to give all kinds of liberation, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life that I conquer, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the nine quarters of action. For I simply wish that this form of yours, this bountiful power and endowment, may ever be manifest in my heart. For what is the use to me of any other food besides this?
Oh Lord, your lotus gaze, which is encircled by lots of soft black hair, tinged with red, is kissed again and again by other Yasura, and your lips are reddish like the yellow fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus gaze be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use.
Nobody there. Grade number 6 also.
O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisances unto you. O Dhamodhara, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord, be pleased upon me by showering your glance of mercy upon me. Deliver this poor ignorant fool who is immersed in an ocean of worldly sorrows and become visible to my eyes.
Number 7. O Lord Damodara, just as the two sons of Kubera, Manugriva and Alakubara were delivered from the curse of Narad and made into great devotees by you in your form as a baby tied with rope to a wooden grinding mortar. In the same way, please give me your own Prema Bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation. 8th one.
O Lord Damodar, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent rope which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimad Bhagavatam and offer all obeisances to you, Supreme Lord, who displays unlimited pastime. Shri Damodar.
Jai. What happened? Why is it blood?
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Chanavallava Jaya Giri Vadadari
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha
Jaya Giri Vadadari Jaya Gopi Chanavallava Jaya Giri Vadadari Gopi Chanavallava Jaya Girivardhari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Nandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Jaya Gopi Chanavallabha Jaya Giri Vardadari Jaya Gopi Chanavallabha Jaya Giri Vardadari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Chanavallabha Jaya Giri Vardadari Jaya Gopi Chanavallabha Jaya Giri Vardadari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Nana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jai Om Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Ashtotar Satashishi Maharaj Divine Grace of Boy Charnarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami ISKCON Samstapaka Jagaguru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Kota Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem Sikaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivas Hari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhana Ki Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Navadip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai, Nilachala Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai, Dwarka Dham Ki Jai, ISKCON Vancouver Purnavinu Gokula Dham Ki Jai, Shri Shri Gauranitai ki jai, Shri Shri Radhamadana Mohana ki jai, Shri Shri Radhamadana Gopala ki jai, Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Shri Chakra ki jai. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Shamaveda Bhaktivinoda ki jai. All glories to the Sum of devotees. All glories to the Sum of devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, chapter 47, the Song of the Bee, and we're on text 19. 19 just has, as Radhika would say, a footnote, plus she spoke on this verse a little bit yesterday. So we'll chant this verse, and then I'll go on to the next verse, which is a little bit more of a purport. But before we recite Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, we should first of all offer our respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayan, unto Narayana Ishi, the supermost human being, unto the Goddess of Learning, Mother Saraswati, and unto the author, Srila Vyasadeva. Narayanam namaskritcha naram chaiva narottamam devam saraswatam vyasam tato jayodhirayat shrinvata swakata Krishna punya shravana kirtanam vidyantosya badrani vidunosi satam. Nastapreshu avidreshu nityam bhagavat sevaya bhagavatir tamashloke bhaktir bhavati naishtiki. So, let's see if we can get this meter. 19, starting 19, 47, 19, 10, 47, 19. Ayamritam iva chimavyaritam shradadanaha. Does that meter work? Ayamritam iva chimavyaritam shradanana. Okay. Kulikarutam hivajana Krishna vadvo harinyaha. Yadir shurashkarid etatan nakasparsha tivra. Smara ruja upamantrin vanyatam anya varta. Yamritam iva chimaviyaritam shraddanaha. Kulika rutam ivagya Krishna vadho harinya. Tadrishu aksharidaitatan nakasparsha tivra. Spara rucha upamantrim vayatam anya varta. Did I say it twice? I mean 3 times? I'll struggle through it. Vayamritamiva jimavairitam shradananaha. Kulika rutam ivanya Krishna Madho Harinaya. Tadrishu rakshrid etadhan nakaspasha tibra. Smara ruja upamantram banyatam anya varta. I had to embarrass myself. Not you.
There we go. Vayamritam nivajima vyaritam shradantanaha.
Vayamritamiva jamavairitam shradanaha.
Kulikarutam jnana Krishna vado harinyaha.
Kulika rutam ishvajana Krishna vadavo harinya.
Dadrishur asakrit etatanakas
Tadrishura karitadannakasparshat ira.
Samara ruja upamantrin bayanam anyavarta.
Smara ruja upamantrim vanayatam anya artha.
Vayamritam iva jima vyaritam shradadanaha.
Vayamritamiva jamavaritam sajananaha.
Kulikarutam iva kya Krishna vadvo harinya.
Kulika rutam ivajna Krishna vadvo harinya.
Adrishura sakrit etatannakasparshativra.
Nadrishur aksharidatantanakasparshat shivra.
Mara ruja upamantrin banyatam anyavarta.
Maruja vitam palitam anya varta.
Vayamritam iva jihma vyaratam sadadanaha.
Vayamritam iva jima amritam.
Kulikarutam ivagnaha Krishna vado harinyaha.
Kulika rutam ivagya Krishna bhavo harinya.
Tatsusur asatkrit itatannakasparshativra.
Yashura krigradita tanakasparshat shivra.
Mararuja upamantrin bayanyatam anavrata.
Mararuja upamantrim vayatam anyad marta.
Onto the Zoom line.
Anyone in Zoom? Oh, there she is. Hare Krishna Radhika.
I can't see today. Thank you.
Oh, you can't hear us?
No, I can hear, but not see the text.
Oh, all right.
Thank
Okay.
you. Yeah.
Vishnu Priya Mataji, would you like to chant the verse this morning?
Just chant it straight through.
Yes, please.
Nita Kashori Mataji, would you like to chant the verse this morning?
Vayamritamiva jimavyahitam shraddhana. Vayamritamiva jimavyahitam shraddhana. Kulikarutam ivana Krishna vadvo harinya. Kulikarutam ivana Krishna vadvo harinya. ददृशुर् असकृदे तन्नखा स्पर्शतीव्रा
ददृशुर् असकृदे तन्नखा स्पर्शतीव्रा
स्मर स्मररूपा उपमन्त्रीन् भन्यताम् अन्यवार्ता
स्मररूपा उपमन्त्रिणे बन्यताम् अन्यवार्ता.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Thank you. Lucien Prabhu, would you like to chant the verse? Lucien Prabhu?
Not today.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to chant the verse? Vayamritami vajima jimavirtam shadanhanaha kulikarutam ivganyam Krishna vadvo haranyaha dadrisharak asrik Eta tanaka parsativra smara ruja upamatrin banyatam anyavarta. On to you, Jagavinda Prabhu.
Thank you. Okay, the word for word, vayam.
Vayam.
We.
We.
Ritam.
Ritam.
True.
True.
Eva.
Eva.
As if.
As if.
Jima.
Jima.
Deceptive.
Deceptive.
Ritam.
Vyaritam.
His speech.
His speech.
Shradha-danaha.
Shradha-danaha.
Trusting.
Trusting.
Kulika.
Kulika.
Of a hunter.
Of a hunter.
Rutam.
Rutam. The song.
Eva. As
Eva.
if.
As
Ajanaha.
if. Ajanaha.
Foolish. Krishna.
Foolish.
Of
Krishna.
the black deer.
Of the black deer.
Vadvaha.
Vadvaha.
Wives.
Wives.
Harinyaha.
Harinyaha.
The doe.
The doe.
Dadrishu.
The didrishu.
Experienced. Ashakrit.
Asakrit.
Repeatedly.
Repeatedly.
Etat.
Etat. This.
Tat. His.
Tat. His.
Naka.
Naka.
Of the fingernails.
Of the fingernails.
Sparsha.
Sparsha.
By the touch.
By the touch.
Udra. Sharp.
Udra.
Smara. Of
Smara.
lust. Rujaha.
Rujaha.
The pain.
The pain.
Upamantrim.
Upamantrin.
O messenger.
O messenger.
Manyatam. Please speak.
Manyatam. Please.
Anya.
Speak.
Another.
Anya. Another.
Bharta.
Varta. Topic.
Translation and purport by the disciples of Srila Prabhupada and Vishwanath Chakravarti. Faithfully taking his deceitful words as true, we become just like the black deer's foolish wives who trust the cruel hunter's song. Thus we repeatedly felt the sharp pain of lust caused by the touch of his nails. O messenger, please talk about something besides Krishna. Please repeat. Faithfully taking his deceitful words as true.
Faithfully taking his deceitful words as true.
We become just like the black deer's foolish wives.
We became just like the black deer's foolish wives.
Who trust the cruel hunter's song.
Who trust the cruel hunter's song.
Thus we repeatedly felt the sharp pain of lust.
Thus we repeatedly felt the sharp pain of lust.
Caused by the touch of his fingernails.
Caused by the touch of his nails.
O messenger.
O messenger.
Please talk about something besides Krishna.
Please talk about something besides Krishna.
And the purport. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur categorizes this statement of Srimati Radharani's as ajalpa, as defined by Rupa Goswami. Hamyam tyasyarti devamcha nivedad yatra kirtitam bhanyanya shuka dadvamcha sajalpa udiritaha. Quote, a statement spoken in disgust describing how the male lover is deceitful and brings one misery, and also implying that he gives happiness to others, is known as a jalpa. Again, that's from the Ujjvala Nilamani, 1496. So as I mentioned earlier, yesterday, Radhika spoke on this verse, touched on this verse, and the purport is basically just a footnote. So I was going to go to the next verse, and I'll just read the Sanskrit and translation, and then the purport. Priya Shakad Punar Agya Prayasha Prastita Kim Paraya Kim Anurode Mananiyo Simenya Nyayasi Katami Hasmam Drustyajajjavan Parshvam Satatam Arsi Samya Shirir Uju Sakam Aste. O friend of my dear one, O friend of my dear one, has my beloved sent you here again? I should honor you, friend, so please choose whatever boon you wish. But why have you come back here to take us to him, whose conjugal love is so difficult to give up? After all, gentle bee, his consort is the goddess Shri, and she is always with him, staying upon his chest. I think we can repeat this verse also. O friend of my dear one.
O friend of my dear one.
Has my beloved sent you here again?
Has you?
I should honor you, friend. So please choose whatever boon you wish.
So please choose whatever boon you wish.
But why have you come back here to take us to him?
But why have you come back here to take us to him?
Whose conjugal love is so difficult to give up.
Whose conjugal love is so difficult to give up.
After all, gentle bee.
After all, gentle bee.
His consort is the goddess Shri.
The consort is the goddess Shri.
And she is always with him.
And she's always with him.
Staying upon his chest.
Staying upon his chest.
And the purport. In Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Srila Prabhupada explains the context of this verse. Quote, while Radharani was talking with the bee, and the bee was flying hither and thither, it all of a sudden disappeared from her sight. She was in full mourning due to the separation from Krishna and felt ecstasy by talking with the bee. But as soon as the bee disappeared, she became almost mad, thinking that messenger bee might have returned to Krishna to inform him all about her talking against him. Krishna must be very sorry to hear it, she thought. In this way, she was overwhelmed by another type of ecstasy. In the meantime, the bee, flying hither and thither, appeared before her again. She thought, Krishna is still kind to me. In spite of the messengers carrying disruptive messages, he is so kind that he has again sent the bee to take me to him. Srimati Radharani was very careful this time not to say anything against Krishna. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti explains that the goddess of fortune, Shri, has the power to assume many different forms. Thus, when Krishna enjoys other women, she stays on his chest in the form of a golden line. When he is not consorting with other women, she puts aside this form and gives him pleasure in her naturally beautiful form of a young woman. According to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti, this statement of Srimati Radharani expresses Prati Jalpa, as described by Rupa Goswami. Dushtyaja dvandva bhavesmin patir naret yuanu datam duta samana enoktam yatra sa prajijalpakaha. When the lover humbly states that although she is unworthy of attaining her beloved, she cannot give up hoping for a conjugal relationship with him, Such words spoken with respect for her beloved's message are called pratijalpa. Jwala Nilamani 14:198. Here, Srimati Radharani has given up her harsh feelings and humbly acknowledges the greatness of Krishna. Amagyanatamanandasha Jananjana Shalakaya Chaksharamilitanjina Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasudeva Bhaktivedanta Nama Om Vishwadaya Krishna Stavridana Shri Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharane Nivashesha Shinivani Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhivyavicha Patitanam Pavanavya Vaishnavya. This is a very tough section of Srimad Bhagvatam, 10th canto, the relationship with the gopis and Krishna, and specifically Radharani and Krishna in the mood of separation. And here, this is one of the things that makes the Krishna book so charming. Here we're on the 47th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, and it's very, very advanced psychology between the lover and the beloved in the mood of separation. And Srila Prabhupada addresses these points in the Krishna book, but he does it in such a simple manner. It's actually inconceivable how he's able to present it, and we get a very clear idea. So, so here, Radharani is very upset with Krishna because she's really upset with Akrura, who took Krishna to Mathura, and upset with Krishna because he's gone away and now he's going to be in Mathura. He's going to be with other lovely ladies, and in this mood, she's very, very upset. She's very jealous, in a sense, and then so she's bad-mouthing Krishna to the messenger, which is the bee. It's like a mad person talking to a bee, exclaiming that this bee is the messenger of Krishna. But in another sense, it's not that far-fetched, because we see in the groves of Vrindavan, Radharani's Shuka, right? The parrot is her messenger. So for a bee to be a messenger, it's not that far of a stretch. The parrot would go take information from different sources and bring it to Radharani, go to the other gopis and so on and so forth, and bring information to Radharani. So when a bee shows up and just buzzing around Radharani, she can very easily accept the fact, yeah, the bee is a messenger of Krishna. And so she's annoyed with Krishna. She's angry with Krishna. And she's expressing this as we have been reading. And at the same time, the bee disappears, and she thinks, oh my goodness, now the bee's gone to inform Krishna. And if Krishna hears me blaspheming, he'll never want to have anything to do with me. So I've really jeopardized any possible hope of reuniting with Krishna. But then when the bee returns, she thinks, oh, the bee has come back. Krishna sent the bee back. She sent the bee back to me. How kind is he? And now she changes her tune. She wants the bee. In a sense, she's talking to the bee in a nice, expressing how nice Krishna is and how grateful she is to Krishna, hoping the bee will go back and report back to Krishna, so Krishna will be inclined to either bring her to him, as is mentioned here, or come back. And this is the mood of specifically Radha, and of course the gopis in general, just lamenting and wishing that Krishna will return. The devotion and separation, which is considered the highest level of devotion and ecstasy. So in this regard, we understand that Krishna, everyone is Krishna's servant. Everyone's Krishna's servant. Even Krishna's parents are Krishna's servants. Even the gopis are Krishna's servants. Krishna appears subservient to his parents, but his parents are are superior to Krishna. And this brings to mind Advaita Acharya. Advaita Acharya recognized Lord Chaitanya as being the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he would always respect them. But Lord Chaitanya, following the etiquette, recognizing that Advaita Acharya, he was also a godbrother of his spiritual master. So Advaita Acharya, on that account, deserved respect. And also Advaita Acharya was very senior. Advaita Acharya was actually a contemporary of his grandfather, Nilambar Chakravarti. So in that regard, he deserved respect. So Lord Chaitanya was always respecting Advaita Acharya. But Advaita Acharya wanted to be more in the mood of a servant to Lord Chaitanya. So he devised, first he started thinking in his mind, if this is the right approach. So then he started to make reference. And his reference was, and I'm going to go to this reference. This is from the Chaitanya Charitamrita, and I'm just going to read a few verses and purports, if I may, and how he comes to terms with the fact, Advaita Acharya comes to terms with the fact that even though he's senior by the fact that he's a godbrother of Lord Chaitanya's spiritual master, plus he's very senior, highly respected. It's not that he was just senior in age, but he was senior in respectability. From, you had many disciples and followers, and highly educated. So he was due respect, but he wanted to reassure himself that for him to be the servient and be subservient to Lord Chaitanya would be appropriate. So here it says, Sri Advaita Acharya considers Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu his master, and he thinks of himself as the servant of Lord Chaitanya. In the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Rupa Goswami explains the super excellent quality of devotional service as follows. If multiplied billions of times, the transcendental pleasure derived from impersonal Brahman realization could not compare to even an atomic portion of the ocean of bhakti or transcendental service. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1138. Similarly, the Bhavarta Dipika states, and then there's some Sanskrit, or Bengali rather, for those who take pleasure in the transcendental topics of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the four progressive realizations, Lijasmi, economic development, sense gratification, and liberation, all combined together, cannot compare any more than a straw to the happiness derived from hearing about the transcendentals of the Lord. Those who engage in the transcendental service of the lotus feet of Krishna, being relieved of all material enjoyment, have no attraction to topics of impersonal monism. In the Padma Purana, in connection with the glorification of the month of Kartik, it is stated that devotees pray, Param Deva Moksham Na Moksham Dadimba Na Chanyam Brenim Ham Shareha Pita Idam Teva Purnata Gopala Balam Sada Memana Sharbir Rashnam Kimanya. And then the next verse. Dear Lord, always remembering your childhood pastimes in Vrindavan is better for us than aspiring to merge into the impersonal Brahman. During your childhood pastimes, you liberated the two sons of Kavera, made them great devotees of your lordship. Similarly, I wish that instead of giving me liberation, you award me such devotion unto you. And then it goes on, basically more quotes about the actual topmost role of devotional service to the Supreme Lord. So, Advaita Acharya, he forgets himself, thinks himself as a servant of the Lord. He forgets himself in the joy of that conception and teaches all living entities, you are servants of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The conception of servitude to Sri Krishna generates such an ocean of joy in the soul that even the joy of oneness with the Absolute, if multiplied 10 million times, could not compare to a drop of it. He says, Nityananda and I are servants of Lord Chaitanya. Nowhere else is there such joy as that which is tasted in this emotion of servitude. The most beloved goddess of fortune resides on the chest of Sri Krishna. Yet she too, earnestly praying, begs for the joy of service at his feet. All the associates of Lord Krishna, such as Brahma, Shiva, Narada, Shuka, and Sanatan Kumara, are all very pleased in the sentiment of servitude. Sri Nityananda, the wandering mendicant, is the most of all the associates of Lord Chaitanya. He became mad in the ecstasy of service to Lord Chaitanya. Srivas, Haridas, Ramdas, Gadadhar, Murari, Mukunda, Chandrasekhar, and Bhattacharya are all glorious and are all learned scholars. But the sentiment of servitude to Lord Chaitanya makes them mad in ecstasy. So here, Advaitacharya is going through these thoughts and recognizing that, you know, the actual position is servitude to Lord Chaitanya, but Lord Chaitanya is not allowing him to engage in that servitude. And he's pointing out, you know, the highest ecstasy is service to Lord Chaitanya. Thus, they dance and sing and laugh like madmen, and they instruct everyone, just be loving servants of Lord Chaitanya. That's all. Sri Advaita Acharya thinks, Lord Chaitanya considers me his spiritual master, yet I feel myself to be only his servant. Love for Krishna has this one unique effect. It imbues superiors, equals, and inferiors with the spirit of service to Krishna. Actually, the main one here is love for Krishna has this one unique effect. It imbues superiors, equals, and inferiors with the spirit of service to Lord Krishna. For evidence, now this is the point that I wanted to bring out most. For evidence, please listen to the examples described in the revealed scriptures, which are corroborated by the realization of great souls. Although no one is a more respected elder for Krishna than Nanda Maharaj in Draj, who in transcendental paternal love has no knowledge that his son is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, still ecstatic love makes him, what to speak of others, feel himself to be a servant of Lord Krishna. Of course, a parent is always a servant of the child. That's always the case, you know. So, but what is it that makes the parent the servant? It's love. It's love, yeah. I mean, you know, what a parent has to go through, the austerities that the parent has to go through, especially when the child is young. It's a great austerity, yet it's done out of love, and that love brings them ecstasy. So here, Advaita Acharya is saying, well, oh, Nanda Maharaj, he's the father, the most elevated person, and yet he desires to be the servants. Ecstatic love makes him, what to speak of others, feel himself to be a servant of Krishna. He too prays for attachment and devotion to the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, as the words from his own mouth give evidence. And here, Nanda Maharaj, speaking after Uddhava visits Vrindavan, he also, we'll find out later, he'll go and meet with Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj. So this reference coming here. My dear Uddhava, Nanda Maharaj is speaking to Uddhava, please hear me. In truth, Krishna is my son, but even if you think that he is God, I would still bear toward him my own feelings for my son. May my mind be attached to your Lord Krishna. I'm going to read that again. It didn't resonate well enough. My dear Uddhava, please hear me. In truth, Krishna is my son. But even if you think that he is God, I would still bear toward him my own feelings for my son. May my mind be attached to your Lord Krishna. May our minds be attached to the lotus feet of your Lord Krishna. May our tongues chant his holy names, and may our bodies lie prostrate before him. Wherever we wander in the material universe under the influence of karma by the will of the Lord, may our auspicious activities cause our attraction to Lord Krishna to increase. And these are verses that we'll be reading coming up in the Srimad Bhagvatam in this 47th chapter. We're yet to come to these verses. Lord Krishna's friends in Vrindavan, headed by Sridham, have pure fraternal affection for Lord Krishna and have no idea of his opulences. His friends just love Krishna. Right? They're equals. Krishna and I, sometimes they're superior to Krishna. Krishna, I ride on your shoulders now because you lost. I defeated you. So now you lost. I ride on your shoulders. Although they fight with him and climb upon his shoulders, they worship his lotus feet in a spirit of servitude. So do we have an example of the cowherd boys serving Krishna? Yeah. Or they're fanning Krishna, right? When he's lying down. Some of the friends of Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, massaged his feet, and others whose sinful reaction had been destroyed fanned him with handheld fans. We read this previously in the Srimad Bhagvatam. Even the beloved girlfriends of Lord Krishna in Vrindavan, the gopis, the dust whose feet was desired by Sri Uddhava, and who are more dear to Krishna than anyone else, regard themselves as Krishna's maidservants. O Lord, remover of all afflictions of the inhabitants of Vrindavan, O hero of all women, O Lord, who destroy the pride of your devotees by your sweet, gentle smile, O friend, we are your maidservants. Please fulfill our desires and show us your attractive lotus face. So the gopis are saying, yeah, we're your servants. O Uddhava, it is indeed regrettable that Krishna resides in Mathura. Does he remember his father's household affairs and his friends, the cowherd boys? Oh, great soul, does he ever talk about us, his maidservants? When will he lay on our heads his guru-scented hand? And we already read this previously in this chapter, right, if we recall. What to speak of the other gopis? Even Sri Radhika, who in every respect is the most elevated of them all, and who has bound Sri Krishna forever by her loving attributes, serves his feet as his maidservant. And now the gopis claim, O my Lord, O my husband, O most dearly beloved, O mighty armed Lord, where are you? Where are you? O my friend, reveal yourself to your maidservant, who is very much aggrieved by your absence. So they consider themselves maidservants of Krishna. And this we read previously in the 30th chapter of Srimad Bhagvatam. And then Advaitacharya is making reference to the wives of Krishna in Dwarka. And it goes on and on and on like this. So he was frustrated that all these great personalities who appear superior to Krishna are all claiming to be servants of Krishna. And yet Krishna is not allowing him that attitude because Krishna is respecting him too much as an elder. So then he devises a plan, and I'm going to just wind up. And this plan was that he started to speak Mayavadan philosophy and started propounding it, saying the impersonal Brahman was the highest realization. And when when Lord Chaitanya, who is Krishna, got word of this, Lord Chaitanya became very angry and admonished and chastised Advaita Acharya. So much so that like Mother, with a stick, whipping stick in her hand, to chastise Krishna when he broke the pot of yogurt, Lord Chaitanya picked up a stick to beat Nityananda, and Nityananda was in absolute ecstasy because finally Krishna put himself in a superior position than him. So that's Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, very
Yes.
excellent information today. May I point one thing out about the verse that you didn't mention that is highly significant? She put Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, back in focus instead of herself. So she admitted who is actually her true competition. And of course, it's very ironic because Radha is Lakshmi herself. But isn't that beautiful? And this is why it's called Prati Jalpa. Prati Jalpa means to come forward with something positive.
And the goddess Lakshmi is always with Narayan. And if Narayan is with others, then she transforms into a golden thread across his chest. Always with him. I think that's pretty amazing.
Beautiful. So thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, this section of Bhagavatam it's really advanced subject matter. So I just picked on something that there's some reference of the Ujjvala Nilamani of Rupa Goswami, and in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, there's a lot of reference to that particular work by Rupa Goswami. So, so Krishnadas Kaviraj makes reference to it, and of course the Acharya, Srila Prabhupada, makes reference to it in some of the purports, and in this section, and especially in the section, Radhika's favorite section of the Chaitanya, or one of her favorite sections of Chaitanya Charitamrita, the section with Ramananda Roy and Lord Chaitanya discussions. In the purports, there's a lot of reference to the Ujjvala Nilamani. And the Ujjvala Nilamani goes into great detail about the relationships, the psychology of the relationships, the different terminology. And this is Rupa Goswami. And then Rupa Goswami also, one of his great books is the Nectar of Devotion, which is translated from the Rasamrita.
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 Rasamrita Sindhu.
That's it. Thank you. Rasamrita Sindhu. Yes. The Sindhu, ocean of rasa, amrita, the nectar. And Prabhupada translates it as the nectar of devotion. And in the latter chapters, it goes into great detail about the different rasas and makes reference again to Krishna and the different associates with Krishna in a particular rasa, both the primary rasas, which are 5, and the secondary rasas, which are 7, which Radhika mentioned the other day. The secondary rasas are like emotions.
Yes, exactly.
And the primary.
The first 5 are relationships.
Relationships, yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciated that comment and statement.
Thank you.
It just clicked. It just clicked at the time.
But that's the essence.
So it's well after 9. I'm kind of happy that we managed to get through this. It's hard. It's hard to speak on this subject matter, especially speaking to devotees that are, these are all advanced devotees that are familiar with Krishna consciousness. And I don't want to just start talking about you're not the body. Although we have to hear that again and again and again, but it's not that kind of audience. So.
But when you say you're not the body, that's not bad, but that's only half of the statement. You're not this body, you're eternal spirit soul. We often neglect to say this.
Yes.
So you're not the body, it's just body negativity as very uncharming.
That's true.
Very uncharming.
And the second part is exactly what today's class was all about. Jiver Srirupoi, Krishnera Nityadasa. Everyone is an eternal servant of Krishna. From his parents, from his superiors to his inferiors.
Yeah, the other day we read a statement, Prabhupada says, the constitutional position of every living entity is a servant of Krishna. That's a constitutional position to be ordered by the divinity. How beautiful. That is Prakriti, of course.
If we're not serving Krishna or Lord Chaitanya or Lord Chaitanya's devotees, a servant of the servant of the servant of the gopis, then we're serving the temporary illusory energy. Because you got to serve somebody. Any comments? Questions?
I have one more further comment.
Oh,
At
yes.
the end of the conversation between Ramananda Roy and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it became so intimate that Mahaprabhu said, do not speak anymore. And he put his hand on his mouth. No further revelation. So there's something called Gupta or Rahasya. We're not having access to everything. There's a limit. Very beautiful. Of
There's
what
a
can
limit.
be spoken.
It's again, it's simultaneously a limit and no limit because Krishna is unlimited. And by his mercy and grace, he can give us more and more information, but you'll never come to the limit of it.
That's the point. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Anyone else? Manu Prabhu?
Advaita Acharya, we remember that he is the one who prays using the Ganges water and Tulsi, inviting Krishna to come to uplift the things. That's what
Yes.
we're talking.
Ordered Krishna to come.
Yeah.
So in a sense, he's the
That's
one
a good
who
point.
ordered Krishna to come or caused Krishna to come, caused Lord Chaitanya to even appear.
Yeah.
So in a sense, in that sense, he's like the superior, but obviously Krishna was okay with it. Yeah.
There were other reasons also. Not Krishna came to fulfill the desire of his devotee. That's the primary reason. But the other reason was it was time to introduce the Yuga Dharma, the Sankirtan movement. And there was another reason that I can't remember the third reason.
Experience what it's like to feel Radharani's ecstasy.
Yeah. But actually there's three. Those are internal and external. So the external ones was to fulfill the desire of Advaita Acharya, his request to start the Sankirtan movement. And also it was time for his time to come.
Yeah, didn't hurt that he could tell a few political leaders to back off.
A few political leaders?
Back off, like the local Khan guy was breaking the mridangas and whatnot. He could did about that while he was there. There's something that you read today that struck me very interestingly. I don't know what to make of it exactly, but it was so beautiful. It mentioned that Krishna subdued the pride with his gentle smile.
Subdued the?
Pride of the, which was really interesting because we are all, irritated by other people's expression of pride, right? When we see other people being proud of something, we're kind of like, what's that, But our idea of how to subdue it would be probably very harsh and clumsy. And Krishna's way to actually subdue it was a gentle smile. So that was just really sweet, really interesting.
Anyone else have any comments in Zoom land?
Just want to thank you for such a nice talk. I like that you make reference to the different scriptures. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for your kind support. Anyone else? Okay. Grantara Srimad Bhagvatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All glories to all the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Okay, so this evening Sunday feast program. I'll be doing the class again. I was requested to give the class, and the Last kirtan is Thakur Mahasya at 8 o'clock. The main kirtan, I don't recall. I can tell you in a minute, as soon as I open my email. The main kirtan. Do you know? Oh, thank you. Yes, Damodar Hari is doing the main kirtan, and the Gaur Arti is Sundar Kirtananda or Sundar Nityananda, and that's this evening's program. So we'll look forward to seeing you. You're able to join us. Oh yeah, the sponsors are the Raja family, and I've known them they've been connected to this temple for many decades actually. And so they know me quite well, and they requested as the donors to ask if I could give the class. And management graciously agreed, so that's how we ended up giving classes. Vantara Srimad Bhagvatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol. Goes through the computer.
This is the speaker now. Little paraphernalia for all of you. This is from 8 o'clock offering. May their lordships bless all of us. And let's chant and the Mahamantra for the benefit of all the living entities, especially for our new temple construction. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Kamalavarana Kam Adbhuta Sringam Dalita Nikeshku Tanabinda Keshavadota Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadishari Jai Jagadishari Jai Jagadishari Jai Narsingadev 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 Jai Prahlad Mara Prahlad Mara Prahlad Mara Prahlad Mara Prahlad Mara Jai Prabhupada 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 Prabhupada. May the Lordships and Srila Prabhupada, especially Damodhara, Yashodamai, bless all of us so that we will be fit and fine and serve them wherever we are, especially come together to build a wonderful new temple here as soon as possible. A mercy, a mercy, a mercy on all of us. Bless us, bless us, bless us. Thank you, all of you, for joining morning program. Have a wonderful day. Hare Krishna.